What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your man Chaz Ellis once again. And a lot of people ask me how and why they should stand out. Well, the reason why you should stand out is because if you don't stand out, you get forgotten about. People give energy, give time to the things that they remember, to the things that stuck out in their mind. That's in any situation. You don't go back and buy the shirt that you didn't remember. You don't go back and buy the house that you didn't fall in love with. You don't go back and buy the car that you cared absolutely nothing about. That's not what you do as a human being, because that would actually be weird. You get the things that stand out, that matter to you, that were important to you. Sometimes, even if something doesn't stand out in a positive way, you give that more attention than something that didn't stand out at all. Say somebody says something on the internet that you don't like. You know good and well you're more likely to comment on that than something that didn't bother you or you didn't care about it in one way or another at all. That's how we are as human beings. So that's why you want to stand out. You want to make sure that you're somebody that people give energy to, so when you give your energy, it's reciprocated. Now, how do we stand out? We stand out by being different from the norm. The things that stand out to us are things that operate on a different frequency than we are used to dealing with. People do certain things that stand out for us, okay? People do certain things that are far different than what we are used to. Whether it's the way they look, whether it's their overall attitude, whether it's the way they react to different things, even how consistent someone is. Those are things that stand out to us. Those are things that are different. So if you want to stand out, if you want to be different from the norm, then you have to stop operating like everyone else does. You have to stop operating on the same frequency that everyone else is. Let's keep it real. If we were all at a basketball tryout and everybody's getting out and running, the coach says, I want everybody to run wind sprints up and down the court. Most people are going to try to stay in a pack. They're going to try to stay in a group that's about running the same speed. That's what people do. Most people say, I don't want to fall behind, and I don't necessarily want to put forth the energy that it takes to be in the front of the pack. So most people are going to be right there in the middle. Well, that means the coach isn't going to notice them. The coach is going to notice the person at the front and the person at the back. Now, the person at the back will probably be noticed in a negative way, and the person at the front will be noticed in a positive way. But either way, those are the two people that the coach notices the most. Now, if the person from the front makes a shot or whatever throughout the tryout, the coach is going to go, wow, he's a hard worker or she's a hard worker, and they seem to be able to play basketball. That person's probably going to make the team. If the person that was at the back misses the shot, probably going to be cut pretty quickly. You know, you're lazy and you don't seem to be able to shoot. But here's the thing about standing out. If you take that same person that was sitting there at the back of the line and they just have a great practice, they shoot the ball really well, they play defense really well, they've already gotten the coach's attention, so now the coach will have a different attitude towards them because of that. They will have been able to grow, and he might even think, wow, I thought they were terrible, but they're really good. He might even in his mind over-exaggerate what he thinks about that person because they stuck out. But if you were just sitting there in the middle like everybody else, a lot of times you don't make the team just because of something small that you did. Maybe you missed a shot. Maybe you turned the ball over a couple times. Something really simple that caused you to start sticking out kind of in a negative way. Not much, but just enough to get you kicked off the team. You see what I'm saying? If you stick out and you are an extreme, everybody recognizes you. That gives you the spotlight to give you the opportunity to do whatever you want with it. If you don't stick out at all, something generally happens to make you stick out just enough to disqualify you. You have to control sticking out. And the way you do that is by being different from the norm. If everybody is traveling on this frequency, you do something a little bit different, just being yourself, not trying to fit in with everybody else. Of course, if everybody was running as fast as they could, there'd be no pack. There'd be everybody be in totally different spaces. But because everybody's trying to do the same thing, that's why there's a pack. Get outside of the pack. That's how you stand out. And when you stand out, even if it's not necessarily positive at the time, it gives you the energy, it gives you the light, it gives you the focus, and that gives you an opportunity to do a lot more, to be a lot more successful with whoever you're dealing with. All right, hopefully I was able to help you out. I'm doing a whole masterclass on this subject. One of the videos is already up on the askchazzellisproject.com. Make sure you go and check that out. I'm sure there'll be a link to it somewhere around here. Check the description box or whatever and get a link to that. Also, make sure you support the book on the askchazzellisproject.com. You can also get a free copy if you join up on patreon.com. Do either one of those. Once again, it's your man, Chaz Ellis. Make sure you like and subscribe and share this video with somebody else. Peace.